Yo, shout out to everybody that made it back. This is your boy Cesar Rodrigo. We are back on the Desert Podcast. Big shout out to everybody that made it back. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, turn your notifications on, leave a comment under the video. Today I'm hanging out with Sapphire. How are you?
I'm good, and yourself?
I'm nice. What's Sapphire? Sapphire, what does Sapphire even mean?
Sapphire is a stone. It's a gem.
It's a gem.
Yes.
You're gonna be dropping some gems here today?
Maybe.
We'll
see.
So Sapphire Ree, where does that name come from? Why did you pick that?
Well, I was watching TV, and I picked it up from a very strange place. I was watching a show, and there was this scene where there was a prostitute. Her name was Sapphire. I liked how it sounded. So
Sapphire Ree.
Yeah.
What show is that?
I think it was a soapy. One of these soapies, Generation or something like that. Somewhere there, yeah.
Where are you from?
I'm from Soshanguve.
You're from Sosha?
Yes.
You spent your whole life in Sosha?
Yes.
What kind of a household did you grow up in?
I grew up with my mom and my sister. Yeah.
So there's only just the two of you?
Three of us.
Three
of us, yes.
And then, where did you go to school?
I went to school at Danta International College.
Danta International College?
Yes.
That's after high school?
Both primary and high school.
It's Danta College. Where's that?
It's in town.
It's in
Pretoria,
town.
yeah.
What was the vibe like there in Danta?
It was okay.
It was okay? Is it
just like any other school.
What kind of programs do they have? I mean, were you involved in any type of creative stuff in high school? What did you do? What were your hobbies in high school?
Well, in terms of school, we don't have any sort of creativeness there going on. It was mostly just books and sports. They didn't really give much time to anybody who was a creative.
No, nothing.
It was there, but then they weren't paying that much attention to it. So we also just didn't care for it.
Did you do any sports?
I tried to do athletics, but figured out that it wasn't for me. So, hey, I just let it go.
What was for you? What were you doing in your spare time in high school?
In my spare time, I was writing poetry.
Poetry?
Yes.
For who?
For myself.
So did you ever the stuff you were writing, did anybody get to read it? Did you get to perform it for anybody?
Nobody got to read it. Nobody got to see me perform it. What I did was I recently started writing music. Started rapping as a way to just share
your poetry.
Yes, to share my poetry.
Why? Why did you start writing poetry? Where does that inspiration about poetry come from?
I think I went through a lot, just like any other teenage girl does, and I found it as a coping mechanism.
Something to express
yourself. Yeah, I never
through.
really had anybody that I could go talk to. So instead, I decided that maybe it would be better if I just wrote down my feelings and my thoughts.
Did you cram any of your poems? Is there any stuff you wrote that you could recite for us? Or nah?
I don't cram any of my poems, no.
So you started doing music recently?
Yeah.
When? How recent?
It's been a year now.
It's been a year?
Yeah, it's been a year right now.
How did that come about? What was the inspiration behind that?
Well,
or who did you find?
I actually started loving music when I was 16. Back then I was singing at church. Up until it got to a time where I found these group of guys that were rapping. They were rappers. And then they were like, how would you feel about being on a song? I had never done it before, but I was like, okay, let's try it out. Let's see how it goes. I wrote my first song and I liked it. And they also thought it was cool. So we did that. And after that, I just started loving music.
So have you put out any music recently?
I have put up a couple of my freestyles on my social media as well as, on my social media.
When was the last time you dropped something?
The last time, I think a month ago.
A month ago?
Yes.
What freestyle is that?
A month ago, I shared a snippet to a song that I'm currently working on releasing.
What's the name of that song?
It's Jika 012.
Jika 012.
Yes.
What is that about? Okay.
It's basically just about Pretoria 012, about the Kasi lifestyle. Ya
Or
Mapentane.
you rapping your CD.
Yes.
So those guys influenced you to do hip hop.
Yes. If it wasn't for them, I don't think
Who are those guys?
the one that played a major role is a guy by the name of Dogside.
Dogside.
Yes.
He's still making music.
I think he stopped at the moment. I'm not quite sure, but yeah.
Who are some of your favorite artists in South Africa currently?
In South Africa, well, I listen to a lot of artists that are from Pretoria. I'd say my top 3 is Berry Jive,
Very Jive,
Mocheni,
Mocheni.
25K.
Kilo.
Yeah.
Alright. That's dope. So this year, what are you cooking? You said you're dropping a single.
Yes.
Do you know when it's coming? Is it ready?
It's ready, but not sure yet when I'm going to drop it in. Maybe the next 2 months. Yeah.
Who produced it?
It's a guy named Defalodi.
Defalodi.
Yeah.
Are you dropping it under Mapentane Music Academy or?
I might.
You might.
Yeah. Since while I'm here, I might drop it under my.
How did you get here?
He contacted me. I've known him for like 5 years now, but then he contacted me and he said that he'd like for me to come here to start working on marketing this place.
What's your feeling about female rap in South Africa?
I feel like the female rap scene in South Africa is lacking.
It's lacking.
Yeah. I feel like it doesn't get that much attention as the male rap scene in South Africa.
Whose fault do you think that is?
Well, I'd say the females are trying, you know. They're trying.
Who's trying? Who do you know that's trying?
There's Buzzi.
Why is she? Because Buzzi Lee was like, she was coming,
Yeah.
and then just, what happened?
Well, she's still there. I mean, she's on the Scooter Baba remix.
Oh.
Along with, with Casper, Kane, Key. Yeah.
Do you like her verse there?
I definitely do. I've been a fan of her
huge fan
for
of
a
her.
very long time, yeah.
So who inspires you? Like, if you were to give me, besides the 3 artists that you gave me, who inspires you, like your music? Who do you want to sound like, or maybe how would you describe your sound? You can even give us artists to try to give us an idea.
I think, well, the first person is obviously 25K.
25K.
Since he's a rapper from Pretoria, rapping in Sepitori and rapping about the day-to-day life of being someone who's from the hood, who's from Pretoria. So he played a huge role in my music. The second one would have to be King Von. I've been listening to a lot of King Von and The Baby.
The Baby.
Yeah.
So Luena or Pagas Pitori Luena.
Ellen Nagara Sepitori. Yeah.
Alright. Nah, big shout out being here. So Dijo, are you a foodie? Are you into
No.
burgers? What's your favorite African meal?
I don't eat a lot of African meals.
You don't?
I get jilebohobe. I get jilebohobe.
And Papa's life. Why not?
I get wood.
Why?
Get
What's your-
nasa figara.
Nessa food.
Yes.
So what do you eat on a regular day?
I'd say, well, I get jilliborot. So to substitute borot, I eat a lot of rice cakes. And then kopleke nyabohobe, your
Wow.
potatoes, and your veggies, basically.
Do you live alone or you still stay at home?
I stay with my mom.
So what do your parents do? You like make your own meals? What's the setup there? Because
Well, with my mom,
Yeah.
she knows if can know certain common room, if wapiana, roja, the veg, ubiao.
Mapele potable on the side.
No, she's used to it. Okay, it's raw. Only has it. Ebo have bona.
So when you, let's say now you're going out, you can't go home to eat. Like no, let's say what are you gonna go for?
Maybe a fruit, yogurt, chocolate. Dilonyana tse light.
Do you drink?
No.
You don't drink?
No.
Okay, that kind of like makes sense. Alright. Now, big shout out for being here. So we might hear your song. What is it called?
Jika 012.
Jika 012.
Yeah.
Might come out independently, might come from Mapentane music.
Yeah.
Alright, no, thanks for being with us here. We usually end this podcast by asking a question like, if you were to have a superpower, whether it's to read minds, to fly, whatever it may be, which one would you like to have and why?
I think I'd like to have invisibility.
Why?
I'm a very anxious person, and sometimes crowded places just
Social
make me
anxiety.
feel uncomfortable at times. So I think invisibility would come in handy for me.
Would you say you're an introvert?
Yeah, I think I'd say that. I try to be
Keep to yourself.
extroverted and be accommodating, but I'm someone who likes keeping to myself.
Do you have friends?
No,
You don't have friends?
at all.
What about the people you went to school with in high school?
I have no friends, zero.
What the fuck? So who do you tell your problems to?
Myself,
Yourself?
my phone, my diary.
You write. You have like an actual hard
Yeah,
copy diary.
if I feel like maybe there's something that needs to be out there, I'll write it down.
And
or
that helps.
speak about it with myself. Yeah.
That's crazy. So if people are trying to find like those freestyles that you're dropping, where do they go on the socials to find?
TikTok, Instagram, as well as YouTube.
What do they look for?
You can search Sapphire.Ree or Mapentane.
How do they spell the Sapphire? Is it the red?
SAPPHIRE. Double P, yes.
No underscore. It's just Sapphire.
.Ree.
Ree.
Yes.
The Ree. How do you spell it?
REE.
REE.
Yeah.
Now, big shout out to everybody that made it this far. Go follow her. Go check out her next single that's coming out. We're out here at Mapentane Music Academy. Big shout out to them for allowing us to use this space. Pull up out here if you're trying to do some creative stuff. This is the Desert Podcast. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a comment. We are signing out.